guys, and welcome to an LyDh8jtHs highlight video. This is a kind of spin-off from LyDh8jtHs where I look at operating systems in a more brief manner, because some operating systems don't really need a full 10-minute video of me going through it. So I thought in this series, if I find any interesting operating systems that I can't really make a long video from, I'll make a highlight. So the operating system we're going to be looking at today in this highlight is Pear OS 8. Now this is the last version of this operating system, because I'm pretty sure Apple bought it so they can no longer make this OS. Because although it was fair use, Apple didn't like it, so I'm pretty sure they bought rights to it or something. I can't really remember, but there was something involved with Apple, which means they can't make anymore, and this was the last version. And obviously it was based off OS X Mavericks. The background is a blurred version of the OS X Mavericks background, so you know, it's a Mac OS X Linux distro basically, and it's built off Ubuntu. If it wasn't a Linux distro, I'm pretty sure that's what they'd be running on iCarly and Victorious. Was it Victorious? I don't know, you know, just so Nickelodeon shows where they use Pear instead of Apple. So the installation was really quick. It was like a 5-minute installation. It was really simple, and the installer was also based off the OS X installation as well, which would be kind of expected for an operating system like this. So the first thing you see when you boot it up is a colored Pear, which is slightly different from the Apple one, because the Apple isn't actually colored, it's just a normal Apple. And we are straight onto the desktop, really fast boot up. So right from the start, it just screams Mac, everything about it, but that is entirely the point. If we go ahead and open up Files, which is its version of Finder, you can see the way it is organized is very similar to Mac. But, I mean, it's very similar to a lot of different operating systems as well, so there's not really much you can say there. And here we have Launchpad, which is where a lot of your installed programs will go, and this is taken directly from Mac. It's just slightly different in the fact it has a dark background rather than blurring the background. I mean, come on, the background's already blurred enough. So, our Safari replacement, Firefox for Linux, although it is a slightly older version, it works and supports pretty much everything I throw at it, so that's pretty good. Our Mail replacement is Mozilla's Thunderbird Mail, which I personally don't use and have never used, but I'm sure it works just fine. So its version of iPhoto Shotwell is pretty much the same thing. It just organizes it and lets you import your pictures and lets you do some simple editing here and there. Music is our iTunes, and it is basically the same, apart from there is no store. It is just a organized media player for your music, and it will scan your computer for music, but I don't have any on the VM, so it won't work. Pear Contacts is pretty self-explanatory. It's just a contact book. Pear OS also has its own version of iCloud, Pear Cloud, which is just cloud storage, but since Pear OS is no longer supported, I doubt this will still work, but you never know. Pear PPA Manager, from what I've seen, is basically just a package installer. I'm pretty sure you drop a link in and it will install the package, or you do something else, it will just install packages basically. Clean My Pear is very similar to CCleaner. It just basically cleans up junk files and stuff from your system. My Pear 6 is a basic customization for your computer. because obviously it's based off Mac, so there's really not going to be much customization options, but there are a few things you can do here and there. And it even has hot corner from Mac, which is really useful. You can set like different things to the different corners, and when you go up there, it will open that thing, which is actually really cool. So I'm glad they had that. And of course, system settings, which is just system preferences. It's laid out in the same way. It's got most of the same options. Also, another thing I've noticed, the dock will move out the way when there is a window open, which macOS doesn't do. So I'm glad that it does that. You can't drag things into the trash, which is slightly weird. And the trash can doesn't have a full up icon, so it always looks empty and looks like it doesn't have anything in it. And of course, it's got the classic Mac thing of having the toolbar always at the top of the screen, including other options. Well guys, this has been an ETOS highlight on Pear OS 8. If you enjoyed this video and would like more ETOS or more ETOS highlights, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.